Good evening. I am Michelle L. Forbes, and you are tuned into the Win Win Life. This afternoon, this evening, we were to have a guest with us. Circumstances beyond our control, and she is not here with us today. But the show must go on. Yes? All right. Now, the other morning, which was yesterday morning, I would have started speaking with you concerning personal identity. And I wanted to continue on with that. So if you look in the caption of this video, you'll see a question posed to you. Who do you think you are? Do you know? Before I answer such a question, I would say I don't think I am. I know I am. And I would continue on to say who I know I am. True story. Jesus in the 8th book of John was having a back and forth conversation with the leaders, the religious leaders of his time. And Jesus was bold, see? Bold and brazen, and tell them straight up, you are of your father, the devil, and you desire what he desires. And then tell them that their father from the beginning was a murderer, and lies is within him, that his mother tongue is lies, and that he is the father of lies. Like, Jesus was letting down some strong words on them, yeah? And so they came back at him. And I'd like to share what they came back at him with. They said, before the Jews answered him and said, are we not right to say that you are a Samaritan and you have a demon? So Jesus giving them some strong words, and they coming back at him with some strong words. You are a Samaritan and you have a demon. Are we not right? Jesus' answer to them was, I do not have a demon, but I honor my Father, and you dishonor me. I do not seek my own glory. There is one who seeks it, and he is the judge. Truly, truly, I tell you, if anyone speaks my word, he will never, never see death. Now we know that you have a demon, they declared. Like from what Jesus said, they said, now we know you have a demon for real. Abraham died, and so did the prophets. Yet you say that anyone who keeps your word will never taste death. They couldn't understand. Jesus was speaking from an elevated level, and they couldn't understand. Their human, carnal mind could not understand what Jesus was letting down on them with. Are you greater than our father, Abraham? He died as the prophets. Who do you claim to be? In other words, who do you think you are? Jesus answered them and said, if I glorify myself, my glory means nothing. The one who glorifies me is my Father, of whom you say he is our God. You don't know him, but I know him. If I said I did not know him, I would be a liar like you. Jesus was giving them some strong words. But I know him, and I keep his word. Your father Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it and was glad. Then the Jews said to him, You are not yet 50 years old, and you have seen Abraham? Woo! Jesus have their minds going. As you listen to Jesus's conversation, you can hear it loud and profound. At least I can hear it loud and profound. That this is an individual who know exactly who he is. Exactly who he is, where he's represented, and who he's representing. The next verse. Jesus answered, said, Truly, truly, I tell you, before Abraham was born, I am. And if you know about Jewish history, those two words mean Yod He Vav He. When Jesus said, I am, Yod He Vav He is God, the God of the Jews, the God that the Jews worship and revere. And when Jesus said that he is God, when he said, Truly before Abraham was, I am, the next verse said, At this they picked up stones to throw at him. They were hot mad. Again, Jesus knew exactly who he was. And two, they were not at the level, the elevated level at which Jesus was to understand the words that he was speaking to them. And so they totally took it to a whole nother level and didn't comprehend what Jesus was saying. And so Jesus, as we live this life, Jesus is our example. And he said explicitly and clearly to these religious leaders, I am. And when he said, I am, he's declaring, God is standing before you. So I ask again, just like they asked Jesus, who do you think you are? And I leave you with those words to think upon, that question, to think upon it. And I trust that in your reply to answering such a question, that you'll be able to say, I don't think I am, I know I am, and then you complete that sentence. As I mentioned the other morning, there's a lot of talk and conversation about self-awareness. But we first need to identify, to locate that self. Who is that self that we want to be aware of, so aware of, and tapped into, logged into, and connected to? We first need to find out that. And as we find out who we are, then we can now walk and revel and thrive and elevate and ascend in that self awareness. Go ahead and take a read. The story that brewed between Jesus and the religious leaders of his day in the book of St. John, chapter 8, and learn some more. And my prayer is that it will help you to answer that question. Who are you? Do you know? Come back and tune in again with us as we continue on with this conversation. If you're tuning in from Facebook, please go ahead, hit follow and like. And if you are tuning in from YouTube, please go ahead and hit subscribe and hit the bell as well so that each time we go live or upload a video, you will be notified right then and there that the Win Win Life has just released a video or is live. Until we meet again, have a wonderful evening and know that you are a winner. You win.